The story of Samson and Delilah is a well-known biblical narrative from the book of Judges, found in the Old Testament of the Bible. It's a tale of love, betrayal, and the consequences of personal weakness. Here is the story in detail. Background: Samson was a man born to Manoah and his barren wife, who was granted supernatural strength by God from birth. He was a Nazirite, a person consecrated to God from birth, which meant he had to abstain from wine, avoid unclean animals, and never cut his hair. Samson's strength was in his uncut hair, which symbolized his commitment to God. Meeting Delilah. The story of Samson and Delilah begins when Samson falls in love with a Philistine woman named Delilah. The Philistines were long-standing enemies of the Israelites. The Philistine rulers saw Delilah as a way to discover the source of Samson's strength and capture him. The betrayal. The Philistine rulers approached Delilah and offered her a substantial sum of money if she could find out the secret to Samson's strength. Delilah, tempted by the offer, agreed. She repeatedly asked Samson about the source of his strength, and each time he gave her a false answer. 3 times, he told her to bind him with new ropes, 7 fresh bowstrings, and weave his hair into a loom, and each time he broke free. Delilah's persistence. Delilah continued to press Samson, and he eventually revealed the truth about his hair and its connection to his strength. Delilah seized this opportunity and arranged for Samson to sleep with his head on her lap. While he slept, she had a servant cut his hair. Samson's capture. When Samson woke up, he found that his strength had left him, and the Philistine rulers came rushing in. They captured Samson, gouged out his eyes, and imprisoned him in Gaza. His hair, the symbol of his strength, was gone. Samson's redemption. Over time, Samson's hair began to grow back, and with it, his strength returned. The Philistines brought him to their temple for entertainment. Samson, now blind but still strong, stood between 2 pillars in the temple and prayed to God for the strength to avenge his eyes. He pushed the pillars apart, causing the temple to collapse, killing himself and thousands of Philistines, including the rulers. The story of Samson and Delilah serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of disobedience, betrayal, and the abuse of one's God-given gifts. Samson's love for Delilah and his eventual downfall highlight the importance of remaining faithful to one's principles and commitments.